consumed and depleted of purity. Future equity dreamt for equality, so off I went to the promised land of the free. I carry with me the forgotten hopes and pride of my kin and the whispered words of wisdom from my roots. Yet the break of dawn is shadowed from the grasp of my wishful and naive fingers.
Though we live in the shadows of societal neglect, we do not live in fear from the society that neglects us. We expose, we speak, and we shed light that cannot be dampened with their darkness, as this light contains a strength that knows no bounds.
This strength comes from adversity, passed down through many generations of perseverance, betrayal, and wars, and multiply amidst impermanence of race, religion, identity, and wealth. A dream redefined is a dream of a balanced future.
We act upon this inheritance to work for lost legacies and restore the vision of prosperity that was stolen. Our spot on the pedestal remains vacant and impatient to be reclaimed again, and until then, we will not rest.
We are in the spotlight. We have stories to tell and valid reasons to justify our cause. We show compassion and suppress the hatred that suppresses us.
Being heard is a privilege, but using our voice is a right. The only thing louder than our voices is the justice that overthrows those that silence us. We may be muted, but we will not be stopped.
Now the time is up. We won't give up against bigotry and we won't give in to the status quo. We're done bowing our heads in apology and we rise.
My mother once told me that we descended from royalty, and royalty we will become again.
And my father once told me that we descended from thieves, and now we steal our glory back.
Our history is diverse, but our integrated voices demand reform.
We'll carry the torch and set previously silent voices ablaze.
This is our redemption, and victorious we will be.
Thank you, guys.
Woo! All right. Sam Park, Joshua Kernia. Wow. Anybody that uses the word betwixt, that's it. That you win or you get it. Yeah, I love the word betwixt. And descending from thieves, I think stealing our glory back or something like that. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that poem. All right. Let them know where to follow you. Let them know if there's anything else. And then we're going to go to DG Clearing.
Sure. Go ahead, Sam.
Okay, work. All right. Y'all can find me on Instagram at Zaddy_beats. That's ZADDY_beats. Take it away.
And you can find me at Instagram at Joshua_Kurnia. That's KURNIA. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. DG Clearing is already in the room. He was like, he's clearing his throat. The dapper gent has arrived. How are you, sir?
I am good. How is everybody tonight? It is so good to be here. You know, before I go on, I just have to ask everybody who's participating tonight, you know, please donate to the cafe. It's been a heck of a long year. You know, $10, $20, $100 would go so far. You just don't understand that rent has to get paid, that utilities have to get paid, you know, that we want to be open. The New Eurekan wants to be open when it can, but if we don't donate something, they can't. So I have one poem for you tonight. This poem, Mom, was first featured on May 7th in the local paper, and then it was selected for a featured front page story for Mother's Day in USA Today Post-Crescent, and has since been syndicated in multiple newspapers. The poem Mom has had over 1 million views. It will be in my upcoming book at the end of 2021 or the beginning of 2022. Please follow the link that I sent you. This is Mom. Mom. The doors were locked. A giant stop sign on the entrance read, "Do not enter. You must call for admittance due to COVID-19. No number is given. Mom's inside. How can I see her? She has dementia. Does she know? The phone is busy. I ring the bell. 10 minutes later, someone comes. No, you can't get in. It's for their own protection. Go tap on her bay. They could have let us know. Mom sits in the window. She's 91. A depression baby. She's seen her share of life. 4 months later, outside her window, I sit every day. We talk. Her little sister is playing hopscotch. Time to bring the cows in. You're going to be late for Sunday school. The war goes on. President Kennedy was shot. The man on the moon. I just want to hold her hand. Thank you.
DG clearing.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Much
So,
beautiful.
yeah, my mom, she's the best.
I won't argue with that.
Oh, thanks.
DG clearing, always clearing our minds with his word and imagery. Thank you. I felt it too. I there are many hands I wish I could hold too.
Yes, yes. Enjoy. Be safe, everyone. I look forward to hearing everyone tonight. Thank you.
Good night. All right, Nick Paliola goes Nick at night. Nick Paliola goes Nick at night. We're gonna Nick Paliola goes a Nick at night. What's good, Nick Paliola goes?
Hey everyone.
Hey, Electra is the Thunder Kitty.
All hail the kitty lord, right? Big announcement before I get into what I have. On June 2nd, I'm gonna have my own show with the word is right. So yeah, so that's it's gonna be interesting. Just like the word is right, and you find more details right over there. So I have new shit for y'all. This one I did Tuesday, but it wasn't done, but now it's finally completed. May is Mental Health Awareness Month, so this one's called Throw Ideas at the Problem, Why Don't You? Maybe I'll just lie in my bed. I don't want to see anyone, respond to any messages, respond to calls for dinner, respond to, you good? Maybe I'll spend some money online, buy some new clothes, fill the void in my gut, and cloak my inner voices with a nice shirt, cool beanie, sweats made of flames, socks with some cats on it, shoes cleaner than Mr. Clean's bald head. I got the drip. Sadness is now camouflaged as beauty. At least I look flyer than Icarus was, even though I've crashed to earth. Body trashed and scattered, mind in shambles from communicating in telekinesis to an internal pyrokinetic singed in self-harm. I hear the voices again. Hey, Nick, quit penny pinching. Hey, Nick, stop writing your therapy on paper. Hey, Nick. Hey, Nick. Hey, Nick, quit bottling your emotions, Nick. Let out your tears, Nick. Let out your anger, Nick. Let out your frustrations, Nick. Go punch the wall, Nick. Go break your hands, Nick. Do it, Nick. Do it, Nick. Why didn't you do those last two things, Nick? What the fuck, Nick? Well, depression, if I let out my anger, I always stoke more flames that have burned me. And if I let out my frustration, it proves no fruition, just breaks my bones, bruises my egos, and turns my body black and blue. I want to turn you from a gray to green and throw you onto the lawn, let landscapers mow you down and pay them outright. Or how about I paint you blue, throw you like a frisbee to the sky and fade into the sunlight? Maybe I'll paint you red, melt you into the balloon and let you fly to get shredded by a plane. Maybe I'll paint you an orange or a purple or a yellow. You know what? I got it. I'll turn you black and blue. And all you have done is kick the shit out of me, and I'm ready to fight you like it's the UFC octagon and beat you 8 ways to Sunday. You are a squatter in this tenant, and this isn't an Airbnb. This is my body, and more importantly, this is my life. And if you didn't even give me a James Harden contract in exchange for it, then there is no amount of money that you could ever give me that could undo the damage you've done. In fact, you were never part of the contract. You didn't sign your name in blood. So depression, get the fuck out. And do me a favor, take my suicidal thoughts with you. Because the next time I change out of my drip to drop into my bed, I want to be able to sleep without you. You were never my cuddler, sexual fantasy, romantic partner, or even my spouse. You are just a fraction of what I was. You are not me. I want to toss you aside like how bills are paid, or how I buy something at the grocery store, or when I buy new clothing. It's not that easy to get rid of you, though. If I could get rid of you without killing me, I would. Instead, maybe I'll lie on my bed. I'll just go to sleep and snooze the depression, like the alarm clock on my phone. At least for now. Thank you.
Yo, Nick, that was so real. Oh my God, the passion. Such an important message while the battling with yourself. That was amazing. Nick. Hey, Nick. Let your tears out, Nick.
I've done that earlier in the week. I'm good now.
Put it on that page, baby. Fire, new shit. Nick Paleologos about to host his own show. I've seen the growth. I've seen it. I've seen you just really beat it. I've seen you beat it, so I know you can. Thank you so much, Nick. Let everybody know how to follow you, and then we're gonna keep it going.
Y'all can follow me at The Real Nick P on IG. That's TheRealNickP. And also, if you like The Word Is Right, you'll be able to soon see what the new show is going to be all about and everything. Thank you so much, everyone.
Oh man, I'm so happy to see you, Nick. I love to hear your poetry, and just it touches my heart. You know. It's just so great. Michael Sindler, another man who touches my heart. Let's see what's good with Michael Sindler tonight.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, Mike.
Hey. Sitting here trying to get stuff done here. I'm doing okay. Still just digging what I just heard, and I just put some stuff in the chat. I am doing a feature at another open mic. They call me Mitch. That's in June, and I just want to plug lighthousewriters.org and let everybody know they should sign up for their classes for Lit Fest, which is coming up, because stuff is selling out and there's a lot of great things. I'm just going to sort of mellow out. We've had a lot of really beautiful but very intense things, and this is a little bit more mellow. This is when the weather got good when I was a kid. You know, one of the things that just we were so about, my dad we'd all just jump in the car and go out to the country, and this is like our favorite place we would go, and this is called To the Waterfall. We must first ask the farmer for permission to cross his fallow field. Admittance gained, we stride past passive cows, long accustomed to occasional strangers. Crickets sing and leap in the high grass. At the far end, we climb over gate, move from sunshine into cool woods. Under dense canopy of pine, hemlock, maple, and sycamore, we follow time-worn, familiar trails, ears cocked to catch water's utterance and echo. Finding creek, we meander, following bank's edge, sneakers sliding over a ground cover, kicking cones into whirling stream to watch them sail. Arriving at anticipated clearing, mudbank gives way to gray granite shelf bearing swift sparkling falls. Sliding down sandy slope, grasping slim trunks of bending saplings, slipping onto gravel-rich sandy shoal, stripping to swimsuits, clothes draped on boulders or left hanging like warning flags on low branches. Keds and cons anchoring jeans, sweaty t-shirts flounder against sweltry humid gusts, scampering towards adventure's goal, spectacular point of plummet. Feet sink under spindly legs, leave submerged trails. Crouching as we part the veil, thick clear wall of slow cascade fringed by sprinkle and spray. Falls parting curtain pouring over polished brim of cataract. Drips hushed by moss carpeting, sliding over algae slicks, we slip between wide lips into narrow cave, mere yards from front to back, thin triangular mouth-like aperture, dark and cool. Inside, red and yellow salamanders curl and scamper through fingers, resting momentarily on open palms, then diving acrobatically to slick stone home, disappearing in an instant. Exiting the cave, we float in the current sculpted pool of rounded sand and stone just past the cascade before the next narrows. Extended X-shaped buoyant boys on our backs, eyes up at the sky, guessing the weather to come from shape of passing clouds. Toweled dry, we replace outer garments, stuffed soaked terry cloth into knapsack, climb back up banks sideways, feet digging into soil, sit in circle on flat rock next to point where rolling water greets gravity, descends with wonder towards thin trickling serpentine, future home to tadpoles, crayfish, and minnows. Pulling sandwiches from sack, we dine, a simple picnic ending with apples whose cores we toss across the water, marking the strongest, farthest throw. Sun long past overhead, casting late afternoon shadows our signal, retracing steps, bidding gentle cows goodbye and good night. We leave, dripping knapsack tossed into trunk, stowaway creek water journeys on down country lane. Past pine forests and fields, fence posts melting in exhausted adolescent eyes, drunk with clung to flax elixir, reflection sediment of brewed adventure, falling into slumber, following nature's gravity from journey to diversion to remembrance. Okay, thank y'all.
Michael Sindler. That definitely was a time machine. Sandwiches out of the sack. Those are like the best meals. Those have been some of the best meals for me, you know, on a picnic like that. So thank you for transporting us all. Let's see what's good with Jeff Cottrell.
Hi, here I am. How are you?
Jeff Cottrell has his pinky and I have my pinky, Chihuahua, and he has his.
Great pinkies.
How you doing, Jeff? What's going on?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right.
You just missed me last week.
Yeah?
Yeah. Remember you were on the waiting list and you just stopped before me.
Damn.
Yeah, I registered right at 9 o'clock last week, and I registered right at 9 o'clock this week, and I ended up 6 this week. So I'm like, I do the same thing repeatedly and get different results, which means I'm psychotic, according to the theory, I guess.
It's just destiny, you know. It's got to be written in the stars, and tonight, here you are. So what are you going to do for us today?
Okay, so here's a poem that I wrote in about 5 minutes, and I think you'll be able to tell. It's a little homage to William Carlos Williams. It's called This Is Also to Say. This is also to say, I have also eaten the leftover pizza that was beside the plums, and which you were going to microwave for lunch tomorrow. It was a bit stale, but I ate it anyway and washed it down with 2 of your Stellas. I also cooked and ate the white chickens beside that grain-glazed barrow that your upcoming family feast was probably depending upon. And I stomped on all those greeny flowers in your garden for the hell of it. And I fucked your wife. She was incredible, so sweet and so hot. I regret nothing. She screamed in twisted ecstasy, and then we laughed about your shortcomings. Now she wants to leave you, move in with me, and bear my kids. She will sue you for your house, half your money, and full custody of Brad. By the way, Brad hates you too. He thinks you are the dullest daddy. I will take him to Disneyland and then buy him a puppy. I have the money to do that, and you do not. So tough shit. This is also to say, I have written another parody of Carlos Williams. I tried to match his formatting, but probably did a lousy job. Forgive me. I was uninspired, so lazy, and so cheap. That was called This Is Also to Say.
If you wrote that in 5 minutes, that means you meant that shit. You meant that shit. You was dying to get that shit off your tongue. Who was that about again? Jeff Cottrell. What a tremendous kick in the nuts, whoever that was, and his shortcomings. But yo, you got puppy points. You always win points with puppy.
Where's your puppy? Where's your dog?
She's on a pink blanket, actually. I'm not lying. I'm gonna go get her.
I have to get a puppy for my pink blanket now.
Let her know how to follow you, Jeff. The pink blanket shit is hilarious.
I can be followed at jeffcottrell.com, and I'm easy to find on Facebook and Twitter, and wattpad.com, wattpad.com, where I have some work in progress short fiction.
Wattpad, that's what that is.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you so much. I know I'm too goofy sometimes, but so's Catman Bill. What's good?
Hey there. You woke me up.
Again? You saw him the last time. He was snoozing in our faces too. He was like nodding. It was crazy. But I'm glad to awaken the artist that is Catman Bill. Take it.
So I'd like to perform a song that I wrote 6 years ago called Stop the Slaughter. And it was written after reading a book called Complicities, and by 3 former writers of the Hartford Courant. And most of the book is about how the North profited from slavery. But the last chapter was dedicated to the ivory industry. And just a couple of quick quotes. 2 little Connecticut river towns helped produce music for the middle class at a cost of as many as 2 million African lives sacrificed to harvest elephant ivory. Ivory was good for New England and for America's piano-making empire, but it was a long nightmare for the African people and Africa's elephants. Even after a half a century after the collapse of Connecticut's ivory industry, full human and environmental dimensions of the tragedy defy exact measurement. And another quote, it's a custom to buy a tooth of ivory and a slave with it to carry it to the seashore. Stop the slaughter of elephants. We don't need ivory, and it makes no sense. Rhino horn don't do a thing. Ground to dust for human beings. Slavers of old sent Africans with loads of ivory from elephants. Throughout the 19th century, from Zanzibar across the seas, ships loaded with destinies sent to Connecticut companies, bleach white to piano keys, songs played for you and me. They're killing them all from left to right. Poachers are poison in their sights. No time left, it's a call to arms. Save the rhino from ungodly harm. Stop the slaughter of elephants. We don't need ivory, and it makes no sense. Rhino horn don't do a thing. Ground to dust for impotent human beings. Thank you.
Catman Bill. That was a beautiful song. And I love elephants so much. I love animals, and it's so true. Like, oh my God, you're that was one of your best joints right there. That was one of your best joints right there. Loving it.
And
Everybody.
if anybody's interested in the book, it's a very interesting and good expose called Complicities. It's easily found on any platform.
Thank you for sharing. And I wanted to share my little animal. My little contribution to the animal world is Pinky. Pinky Promise Chardonnay right here, and she has a pink blanket. See, me,
is
me and Jeff.
that is that Jeff Caltrow's blanket? Where is he?
Blanket's baby. It's a baby blanket. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Seriously, though, Catman Bill, that was so beautiful, so true, so profound. The tooth bleached to turn into piano keys. I feel all of those things.
I will just say that I made a futile attempt a few years ago to found an organization, global concerts to save elephants and rhinos, but it's not DOA, and it will hopefully be revised in the near future.
Save the world, save the planet, save us all. Thank you, Catman Bill.
You're welcome.
Yes. All right, let's get poetastic now with Eddie, the fireman foreman.
Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing? Hope everyone having a poetastic, poet-ripping, poet-credible day. Look at some familiar faces. So you know I'm the man with the plan that's on demand. All right. So hi. Hola, muy caliente guapa. How are you?
Muy caliente. Extra picante, spicy. What you got for us tonight, fireman?
You already know it's gonna be spicy, but please, if you have kids or any little ones, please, just 5 minutes of your time, please. Just give them away for like candy or sleep or whatever, but it's gonna be really spicy in here. I'm the fireman, not the fire extinguisher.
Nisa is the youth. Nisa, close your eyes.
Okay, all right. This is called Crimson Rain. I hope you can see. I'm not sure you understand. I'm your man. I obey on your every command. I want to rejuvenate and scorch your tasty land. You don't see my sexual plan. You'll be weak. You don't need to stand. Sexual healing is in high demand. It doesn't stop, but it expands. To you, my flaw is perfection. I want to give you my illustrated, explicit reflection. I want to give you a shocking intersection. I want us to have a sensational connection. Nothing better than your beauty. It helps me cleanse my misery. I just love to see you all jittery. Can't wait to penetrate something so wet and slippery. I'll take my time, kiss you softly. I'll take my time and do it properly. I'm so excited, like winning the lottery. I'm going soft core, hardcore, and a little bit sloppy. I kiss your neck, chest, breast, and pussy passionately. I just love your passionate pleas. Those are signs of love compassionately, teleporting us to a surreal, deep fantasy. I can control your breathing. Your essence quickly seething. Your wet body is climactically sinking. I know it keeps you ringing. You're ready for penetrating. Your body loose for an inner debating. Sorry to keep you waiting. Are you done, Wally shaking? That's it, baby. Faster, faster, faster. That's right, baby. I'm your erotic master. I'm going to be your orgasmic disaster. I'm your number one lustful caster. Here, one, two, three, yes. It's so easy. Do you feel relaxed and breezy? No, baby. I don't feel sleazy. You're cute. Don't feel uneasy.
All right. Wow. Woo-hoo! Yo, I was watching everybody listening to it. People were like, well, thank you for another
Oh, I have one other thing. I'm sorry.
Eddie the fireman bringing it onto the grill foreman.
Oh, I have a feature on Tuesday at 9 p.m. and I have a feature at June the 18th. And I'm also having a blog. You want to know about my rhymes and my time and how I could concoct my brainstorm of mythical and majestic rhymes. Please read and hope you feel sublime. Thank you.
Thank you, Eddie Foreman. Okay. Now go now back to Bill Elkins, who was at the top of the show testing the microphone. And there he is.
Hi, La Bruja. Hi, everybody. Bill Elkins, Long Beach, California. I'm going to do an original. It's entitled It's You, Girl. I hope you like it with my cheap microphone. One, two, three. It's you, girl, decked in effervescent blue. It's you, girl, spirit tender and true. You are my sage, my Venus, my belle. You're so perceptive, artistic, and cool. It's you, girl, my philosophical muse. It's you, girl, who taught me to be is to do. You are visionary, head of your time. Sorry. You are visionary, ahead of your time. You ignore what's fashionable, accepted, or defined. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's you, girl, folk singer so true. It's you, girl, voice so silken and new. I love your ethereal singing at the avant-garde. You turn me on to Dylan with your soprano and guitar. It's you, girl, my coffee house queen. It's you, girl, my brown-eyed babe in blue jeans. I drink you in my dreams, you're so beautiful and fine. You live for today with so much passion in mind. I'm so grateful you're my friend and my musical muse. Thank you.
Bill Elkins with his perceptive, artistic, and cool muse. Thank you for.
With my cheap microphone.
I don't think it's cheap. I think it works. Loud.
Actually, it is not cheap.
Exactly. I think that's the difference. I think we all need to upgrade and get to your level. I'm telling you, with that crazy Eddie where the thing. But that was lovely. Thank you, Bill Elkins, for joining us. When did you write that?
You're
song?
welcome.
Is that a new song or an old song?
No. That's an oldie.
Oldie but goodie.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Super, super cool. All right, we're gonna go to India now. We weren't in Long Beach, California, and now we're going to India to see who else. None other than Unmesh Mohitkar, who resides with passion.
Hello, love bro. How are you?
I am so well and happy to see you, Unmesh. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you. So I will be reciting few short ones, poetry in 13, and then a little bit longer one. Here we go. Far away, saw shark fins. Far away, saw shark fins, no choice. Risking his life was living, thrilling. That was the first one. Second one is tortured himself, searching everlasting love. His end game lasted just a split second. The next one is related to the COVID crisis. It is a little bit longer. Blazing tree took refuge in crime, beating, burning. When morning came, ashes flew away, tree got burned, the ruined garden remained. The fire has spread now, every house is burning, every home aflame. Someone stop this fire. May my garden not turn to ashes. It's not about anyone, but everyone's life. The one which is flowing in the river. Rudderless, directionless, decaying like a dead wood looking for the shore. The dead cannot speak, but they burn, and sometimes fire never extinguishes. And sometimes fire never extinguishes. And this is the last one, the poetry in 13, a very short one. Avidly, avidly waiting for the return of the dancing waves, avidly waiting for the return of the dancing waves, once he used to ride on, once he used to ride on. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, Unmesh, who tortured himself searching his end game, lasted for just a split second. Unmesh Mohitkar, let them know how to get your book and follow you. You're hosting open mics now. Everybody's blowing up. Everybody's blowing up, doing their own things. You know, I'm so proud of all of you.
We are just following the leader. We are just following you. La Brua. Yes, yeah, you can follow me on Unmesh Mohitkar on IG and Facebook. I've got a book, Light Shadow Life on Amazon. And then I've got open mic, India, 8 p.m. on every Saturday. I will put in the link. Please register. And thank you very much. Thanks a lot. It's always a pleasure
All
to be here.
right. Blowing up the poetry in India, baby. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. Now let's see how the withdrawn is feeling tonight.
I'm feeling good. Shout outs to Nick because I was gonna get nasty with y'all, but he made me want to bring out the vulnerable side tonight. So that's what we're going.
What? He reeled you in? What? I know Eddie the fireman had you out, and then you were like, wait, no, but Nick though. Oh.
Yeah, man. We're sharing that same name too. So I was feeling that, Nick. I was feeling that.
Beautiful.
All right. So I got 3 short pieces for y'all. The first one is called What Came First, the Sweating or the Dream? I jumped in with full intent to die. I was shown everything that was killing my spirit, and my flesh decided that it couldn't even take it anymore. I somehow regained consciousness in the midst of being swallowed, deciding that dying was not what I actually wanted. I don't remember though. If I swam up to the top or stayed where I was. It's the first one. The second one is called Because They Don't Want to Believe. When it's something that the eyes can't see, they rather put faith in the variety of being unreliable, fake, distant, different, funny. There then comes a point when you don't want to believe it's anxiety either. So you start to define yourself by what the outside world labels you. That was the second one. And the third one is called The Real Versus Battle for People Like Me. Trying to listen to the voice inside of me, but the input often comes from my anxiety. Sometimes it gets mistaken for my intuition, and I'm still learning how to tell the difference. Thank you.
The withdrawn, going deep tonight, not withdrawing at all. Thank you so much. It's Mental Health Awareness Month, so this is a perfect time to share these truths and, so thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Always great to hear you, great to see you. Nice choice.
I appreciate you. Thank
I
you.
always like when you get ratchet.
Next week.
Next week, baby. Next week, we'll get ratchet with the withdrawn Nicholas Correa giving you the pow pow. All right. Thank you. So we're going to see how Generalissimo is doing. Brian Franco, ¿cómo estás?
Let me follow that piece of heartbreak. Thank you.
Uh-oh, you sound like you're muffled. Something is
You can't hear me?
Okay, now. Waffle House, huh?
Yeah, but I have to eat waffles after hearing that heartbreaking poetry from the drum. That was so beautiful, sir. I just salute you. And you know, he is right. You are the wild card. We never know what we're going to get out of you, but it's always good or surprising or never offensive. Let's go with some poetry. And the first poem is called Paleologos Magic Poetry Making Potion, or How New Shit Happens. It's a haiku, by the way. When Jersey Jesus does gluttonized disco fries, poetry happens. And then I have another haiku that is untitled, I wrote this afternoon. When the sun shines bright and the sky is clear as truth, storm clouds live in me. This is another short poem. The space I take. Where trees stood, where animals died, where other people lived is where I exist. I wrote this this afternoon in a workshop. It's called The Dandiest Lions of Them All. This is the time of year, lawns of green grass fear, when bright yellow dandelions spring from the ground and appear. They have yet to transform their petals into fine feathers to be disappeared by human breath or windy weather. Their leaves have yet to produce salad greens, but their flowers can be used in rice and stews to dye such food, sunshine-colored hues. They can be tossed raw into chicken, potato, and pasta salads for pops of colors and texture added. They can be used for a sweet floral wine, which is always worth the fermentation time, or they can be left alone to paint yellow polka dots in the grass and grow long leaves for summer salads to nurture our bodies and minds as we sip on early spring dandelion wine. Curiosity killed the candle. I wonder what the stars sound like. Is there wind on the moon that causes dust storms? What would the surface of Saturn's rings feel like, or do they have a surface? I have no desire to Google these facts. I have no desire to be young again. I sometimes wish I could believe in all the possibilities my life held when I was young. To touch a Saturnal ring, to literally draw a line with my foot on the moon's surface or kick up some moon dust, to travel on a spaceship and listen to what outer space sounds like, even if it's noiseless. I believe any of this will happen for me exists in the aroma of paraffin and charred wax after I blow out a yahrzeit candle I lit during a power outage. And I just found out this next piece is going to be published in the Moonstone Arts Center Nonsense Verse Anthology, and there is a event on Sunday, which is the launch event for the anthology, and I'll put that in the chat. It's called "Why I Am Medically Incapable of Writing Haikus." The monster that resides under my bed came to surface after a dinner party with a family of drunken dust bunnies. As I slept, he inserted a hypodermic into a vial of propofol, then shot me just below my right shoulder. He next pulled out a purple Sharpie and wrote lullaby on my right cheek, then goodnight on my left cheek. He proceeded to carefully wrap the Sharpie in my right hand as if I wrote the message myself, but he didn't know I was left-handed. The monster shaved my head, grabbed a stethoscope, placed its listener on my skull, tapped around till he heard a noise that made him giggle. Marked the spot with a red X, pulled out a power drill, drilled a 1 1/8 inch titanium bit into my skull, then inserted a stainless steel straw, slurped loudly, and yelled, "Yum, yum, I love the taste of haiku at sunrise." When I woke, I was bald, and there seemed to be a scab made of drywall spackle northwest of my left ear. Although I have never seen the monster, I know he exists, despite what the people who put me in the straitjacket say. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Generalissimo Brian Franco. I love where your poems take me. Even all the way up to the surface of the moon, kicking up dust and stuff. I don't even think about things like that until Generalissimo takes me there. Thank you so much.
And you're welcome.
Love it, love it, love it. And congratulations on the publication of that poem, and congratulations on the new shit, man. Everybody's flowing like syrup on a waffle, baby. Okay, so Marissa Prada is gonna go up next. Mr. Speaker Sears chose not to speak or be Sears, so Marissa Prada was good.
Hola, La Bruja. What's up, Nero? Happy Thursday. Oh my goodness. I'm so done. I'm so tired of writing sad shit, so I got some new fun erotic shit. This is
new fun erotic shit.
This is by request from Mr. Speaker. So I'm just gonna say that. Please strap in and hold on tight for the entire piece. Don't check out early. And it's erotic. Misa, take your headphones off and leave the room. So here we go. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm reading this one. This is titled Train Like an Olympian. I've never wanted a man to come in my mouth before. The way I want to drink you down into the very being of my female soul. You should be the only one to swim inside me. I'm gonna crawl up under that self-named jersey, my tongue, the headlight leading me on. She does not listen to reason. The lipstick is on tonight, sure to come off tonight and onto the hips of him who I can't help but completely dismember. One lick at a time, tongue power, love language, hidden talent, voted most likely to succeed. I want to taste you and feel the exact moment you let go. Know what you know the instant you feel it erupt into my body. You're wearing the drawstring pants again. Your erection lays across your lap, subdued by the fabric of your pants, and I want to lap you up, man. I release my teeth onto you. My tongue moves your freedom into my mouth. Teeth clench, pull, pull, resistance, pull harder, pop. Your delicate bow of protection untangled by my covert seek and destroy mission of my mouth. I peel back your layers of pants, man. Be still my hummingbird heart. I love the way your body sparkles like a galaxy. Your smell pours over my head, baptism shower of yes. Your head pops out puppy, sit back, head back, eyes rolled back. I got you and him. All will be forgotten as you allow me to love every inch of your melanin. Every fold, every imperfection, every texture and smell and flavor, for I savor every moment we get to fuck each other's bodies beyond our brains. You taste soft and smooth in my mouth. I begin to swallow you down, afraid I might love you too much. No, I love you too much. So I want to eat my feelings on your dick. Every chocolate comfort you're willing to offer. Every time you say, I love you, and let me say, I love you back. I want to eat my feelings on your dick. Have you ever eaten pussy like a watermelon? I want it all over your face, dripping down your chin. Don't bother to wipe. I'm just gonna juice this melangina all the fuck over your face. Waterboarding prerequisite to this pussy playtime as I peel down your pants. You spring to life. Remind me that there are men like you in the flesh. Carnivore, dick whore, make me yours tonight. I can be a plaything for just one night. You taste like every holiday I never knew. Like every step into the salty ocean that drug me under. Like all the confessionals I never stepped foot in at church. Your need rages on, pulses on, veins swollen, tip crying, taste salty, sweet touch between my legs. Your fingers find me and I weep for you. Your lips find my vagina. Your voice gurgled on the flood of our love. It rings out, come, baby. Come for me. Come all over me. Yes, sir. Order fulfilled. This sentimental masturbation is a fucking Olympic sport.
Sweet baby Jesus. Wow, Marissa Prada. Wow. You got us all worked up. Paul Conqueso smoking a cigarette. It's shit. Shit got hot. No wonder, Mr. Speaker Sears earlier, he was like, didn't you see him? He was like this. Didn't you see him? He was doing that. And then he gets up and
I get distracted. I'm like, oh my God, I'm reading this.
foreshadowing.
I'm gonna go and load after this for sure. But come find me on Facebook, NIG Prada Painting and Poetry, Marissa Prada on Facebook. I co-author The Word Is Right, WRIT, and of course I am a publisher. I have my own press, Red or Green Books, READ, redorgreenbooks.com.
Oh,
Caridad, and Prada Erotica. It's a private erotic group on Facebook now. Prada Erotica. Thanks, Generalissimo, for the name. But come find me if you want some more of that.
Oh man. Victoria's Secret told on somebody. That was great, Marissa Prada. Woo! Steamy. I'm gonna go eat my feelings on the counter.
I'm still waiting for something else. Anyways, yes, thank you, Caridad.
Thank you, Marissa Prada. Okay. Nisa, did you close your eyes though? I told you, close your eyes when the dope poems happening. Just close your eyes. Nisa said, "Me and my dog gonna need therapy after this." Oh, Pinky too. Rosalind Diaz, what's good? We're going all the way to the Boogie Down Bronx. Rosalind just filmed her first poem on video at Ostos.
Yes.
Give it up for Roz!
I'm so excited. I can't wait to see it. So this poem might as well be called Lip Dicks, because this is what about to happen after Marissa did that, and I'm about to make y'all cry. So here we go. All right. It's called Rose-Colored Glasses. And it goes like this. Normally, I would wonder why I couldn't be more like you. So nonchalant, easygoing, forgiving, unconditionally loving. But now I embrace being more like me, calling things what they really are, normalizing, setting healthy boundaries, not gifting apologies based on biology and title. I may sound a little bit entitled, but rest assured that it's taken me a long while to bring my quivering voice up in volume. Family, when public image is the #1 priority, then there's me. Ice cold cascades of reality. My peace is not dependent on Facebook facades or tainted by layers of deceit and fraud. I can't fake this funk. It's just not who I am. falling apart among us, but looking perfect on the gram. I will never understand why family portrait smiles must be rehearsed, and resentment lies between each second of the timer on the phone before the flash goes off. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roz, what have you done? When you stay away, we all pay. Why must you distance and shun us? Because I'm done. Being one of the pallbearers, coffin full of excuses for poor behaviors. There's no easy way to say this, but you're all enablers, brainwashed. But who will wash the stains that pain left embedded in my heart? I once believed that the people who hurt you were the only ones able to mend the broken parts. But if I sit and wait, I'll turn to dust. So I must preserve the only marbles I have left and walk away and pray that one day you too will be brave enough to take the rose-colored glasses off. End poem.
Whoa, Roz. Letting them know, spitting that truth. You went off.
Through her big brown eyes, follow me if you don't already.
Yes, follow Rosalind Diaz through her big brown eyes so she could open up your big brown eyes and take those rose-colored glasses off. So cool.
I
Thank
love
you.
y'all.
Love you. Peace. Doing it, letting people know, freeing you. I mean, I've spoken about narcissism a lot in these recent years. I like to consider myself a Harriet Tubman of narcissism to get you free. And Rosalind, I think you're taking the title. I think you are. You got more poems about it than I do. All right, Thomas Connor is coming up. What's good?
What's good? What's going on?
Good to see you, sir.
Likewise, likewise.
No weapons in your weapon hands.
Just the phone. Just the phone for now. Just for now. Just for now. I just wrote this, so I'm just gonna spit it right now. In God we trust. I need you to make me human in their eyes. I need them to see me as a man, made of flesh and bone, raised in a God-fearing home. My school nights filled with skelly and tag games, homework on the kitchen table, quarreling with my siblings for bathroom space. Now locked in this place filled with dead souls, handcuffed by circumstance. These halls, solemn and alone, we all differing in age and race, an assortment of different lives. Our eyes beg for understanding, staring at bars made to hold inequity. Locked like beasts of burden, I am drained, dripping empty, stripped of all emotions, watching my captors glance quickly, then turn away, vilified by those that check the news every day. Seeing versions of me in different shades, I wonder if they even see me as human, feeling more like a scapegoat for America's reconstruction. Hating me for no longer tending to their plantation, justice is blind at her convenience. I wonder if she knows my test scores. I, a child of a family of 4. My father and me flying kites at 13. I, the hope he saw in his dreams. But to them, I am unseen. I guess I'm too dark to notice or not human enough. Judged by their gabbles, opening statements of a monologue of people that look like me. I am the monster under their beds. The state versus me. I don't want to be here. I want Prospect Park and all of her trees. I can't do that now. Frozen by the sounds of locking cells, crews and sets set the tempo, telling myself this is all a bad dream. I, a victim of the hate that hate created. We must reconstruct once again. Living in this land of imbalance, I have to remind myself I'm human, but what do you see?
Ooh, Thomas Connor with the new shit. That new shit is your weapon. Wow.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. You can find me at Facebook, Thomas Connor, and at IG at TAC7371. Peace.
Do that. Do that. Thank you, Thomas Connor. Wow. Everybody's bringing the flames tonight. Wow. I don't even know. All I can say is wow. I really
Thank you, thank you.
when you take the words away from a poet, you know you've done something. That's for sure.
Thank you, thank you. Peace and blessings.
Peace and blessings. Paul La Torre, Paul con queso para los necios. What you gonna do with this poetic hueso? You gonna give them some fuego? What?
I'm gonna need you because I know Joshua and Sam set it off with a collab, but they're not the only with a collab tonight. So I'm gonna need Matthew Marroquin to step to the stage.
Woo! Matthew Marroquin. It's a duet.
Yeah. Gotta feature this Sunday. You gotta feature this Sunday. For Art, Love, and Reality, Maddie invited me to come on this showcase, and so I'm really thankful to share the space with him and the stage with him because I admire the shit he does. So yeah, thanks to everybody who came before us. You ready, Maddie? We about to rip this shit?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Go. All right. So this piece, I don't know. Do we say it together? Like, what do we do? This piece is called
you get the title, I guess. I don't know.
Beast Boys, aka blank is not my superpower.
ADHD is not my superpower, neither are the tics.
My trauma, resulting depression and PTSD are not my superheroic gifts.
Every time I acted out, every time I bounced like a rubber ball off the walls, Mr. Fantastic words stretching, reverbing longer than their drums could handle. Was that my superpower? It's always been menos, never mas, but one cannot work without the other.
As if brothers conjoined at the hip, they said, your wounded child, be wonder twins, take form of wonderkind. Any gifted kid from the ghetto knows they'll face super man expectations. Last son of Krypton shit. Kal-El, don't quit. Our entire bloodline lie on small of your back. Like Jaime Reyes blue beetling, find your scarab and let it latch and harden into armor. Be beast boy, they said. But the pressure from suppressed trauma, my supine-born violation buried itself at the depths of Atlantis like Poseidon's trident, and I had little strength left to swim.
So I sank in the methylphenidate salt of the ocean, and even Aqualad can't breathe in, stimulating my magic brain water, killer mantis pulling me further and further under until my webbed appendages tore down the middle, and I go down on my own. Call me the thing now, cause it's all it was to you, but it just never seemed to erode away, never seemed to go away, kind of like it was a part of me. I can't control the chemicals in my brain. It's all Bruce Banner, so stop treating me like the Hulk.
You're so strong, you know? Survival is your superpower, but what do you do with those hours? You don't have the fathom in your Green Lantern ring to conjure the will to shower. Maybe if I devour this super soldier serum of delirium, metabolizing rays from sun into eyes like fiery optic blasts, and take my Smallville ass streams to Metropolis to conquer this villainous threat, maybe then I could tell Depression and his entire crew to look out for you, because I'm a Superman, that hoe.
Cause I'm like Beast Boy, but they don't want the beast, just the boy shape-shifting. Like now I'm annoying. Now I'm a great student. Now I'm moving too fast, flash-paced through mass, but now I'm back to me. Me, the OG, but why do they look at me like I got green skin?
As a teen, tightened my fist and clenched legs in instinct as ravens of repression visited me in dreams. Nightwings, Robin, me of sleep, stars, fire, cyborg, projectiles, projecting, I am damaged goods, broken as Bruce Wayne back, in nightfall as night falls on my fortress of solitude.
Ravens who could fly as high as they please, but I've been capped, slapped, told to go back when I was controllable under Gorilla Grodd's psyche, Reverse Flash's mind games, and Doc Ock prescribing me prescriptions that cut off myself with Slade's blade.
That medicated death stroke leaves broken experiments waiting in dead pools of no.
I rise from that water and said no once to my Doc Oct, which created hundreds of yeses in my mother's eyes, in my mother's mind. Yes, you need the pills. Yes, you need the pills. Yes, you need the pills. Like Gar Logan did to control the change, the green, the sudden shock of who he was always meant to be.
Can't control your green. Incredible Hulk smashing these thoughts like Logan, a loner, but I'm no longer okay seeing diagnosis as mutant power.
If it's my superpower, then why did my parents try to suppress it with powdered pills?
If surviving is my superpower, why have I always tried so defiantly to end myself? Acting as if ripping this arc reactor heart out of chest would help.
If ADHD is my superpower, then why can't they let me fly high, Superman style, swing between New York skyscrapers, scraping sky with my mind, web shooting from thought to thoughts?
Like Miles Morales caught between verses, if I could undo my generational curses and flashpoint my life like Barry Allen, would I run it back? Stop mom from marrying dad. Stop what happened to me at 8 and 17 when the Legion of Doom submerged me in underwater base, begging for safe. Would I rearrange my scars into lightning bolt or let them be the emblazoned shield on chest I own?
Would I change my brain, implant, retrain, somehow rearrange the chemicals that make my mom look at me like a joker? All insane and full of bane that strength comes in words, not muscle, as she wants to put me back under the liquid powdered locks of that Atlantean prison.
Prescription can be prison, much like the mind. Am I destined to dwell in my own bat cave of PTSD, a dark and serious man forever brooding in hideout of survivor's guilt?
Suppress it, compress it until it doesn't exist.
Thanos snapped the pain away, but half will stay. Yet I had no infinity gems as a teen, running this gauntlet of infinity, lacking telepath, couldn't see my gifts, and so I telekinesed on knees, this blip withering me to near nothing.
Nothing is all I felt. Do you know what it's like to have a body but not even exist? Professor X mind control type of shit.
Blue-tailed demon disappearing in puffs of night-crawled smoke. And I was trying so hard to be Wolverine, harming self just to heal instantly, or so it seemed. But gashes remained beyond the skin so deep. Adamantium claws go harder when plunged in throat. The slow decompose of my being like a touch from Rogue. Professors Xing my dome. It's diagnosable. But this dark phoenix in me disagreed.
Disagreed like the pills did with me. If ADHD is my superpower, then why am I always trying to be saved from it?
Why am I always trying to run from what's in my blood?
X-Men 2 of mutant cure, but my mind is Jean Greying all them bullets away because it's in my genetic string, a mutation, DNA, but with curiosity.
You ever had someone say they think you're too broken to fix? Only to realize that this form of fracture is not you breaking, but rather you claiming that to every potential timeline you are open. The Doctor Strange in you floating, aligned on waves of possible, and this supposed disease turns ability, but darkness isn't our superpower.
Neither are the tics or the ADHD.
Nor is depression or trauma. Being a survivor is not my sole claim to heroism's throne, because although survival is an instinct,
it is also an active choice.
And me choosing to dress these wounds.
Me choosing to flush the pills and be the real me rather than don quick fixes like spandex and a flowing cape.
Makes one aware that you are the only one you can save.
Finding that with great scars and illness comes great responsibility.
And these graphic novelish canonic myths are real.
Are ours.
Are actual.
Not some gamma ray accidents.
These words we choose
to use
on stage,
hand page,
make us
not
broken,
but rather Beast Boys, the
organic matter that makes us
superhuman.
Yo!
That is hard to do on Zoom.
Oh my God.
We figured it out.
God.
Yeah.
Boys, wow. Anybody else want to comment? That was too crazy. There was too many bars, too many lines to quote. It was just, I don't know how you guys pulled that together. That was
That yesterday and today.
We did that last night.
Yeah. Well, so if y'all want to see us spit that and some other shit, follow either of us on the gram. Maddie, plug your shit.
Vida_Maroking on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook by my name, put a little accent over the I in Maroking. You already know where to find me though.
Follow me here. Appreciate y'all. Thank you for making the space.
Yes, Paul con queso, Matthew Maroking. That was amazing. Beast Boys is right. Oh my God. Yo. I'm gonna have to rewatch that and just extract shit. It was just way too much. It was over the top. So dope. And they wrote, and that was new shit. Yo, the new shit is fire tonight. The new shit is so fire tonight. We're gonna hear Greg Michaels now tonight. All right, Greg Michaels, the urban cowboy poet. I see you, Thomas. Don't you be shaking your head at me. Hello, Greg Michaels.
Thank you. I thought maybe I had to go away from it. Timing is very important in this business. But at my age, I answer to a lower authority. I think other people got new shit. I have new stick. That's what happened.
All right, new shtick. I like that.
Well, I got some legends I wrote in April. I wrote several in April, productive. And I haven't done them on Thursday yet. I'll do rug lumps. Leonard loved laying carpets. He put his whole heart in it. He was known for efficiency. He didn't waste a minute. He cut and glued each rug with care and laid it down with one smooth stroke. After each room Leonard finished, he took a break to have a smoke. The living room rug took most of the day. He'd laid it wall to wall. After this tiring but satisfying work, he was ready for a Pall Mall. He looked in his shirt pocket, but the pack of cigs weren't there. He thought, I must have dropped on the floor someplace, but where? He looked all around the room. What he saw made his heart jump. In the smack dab in the middle of his perfect carpet was a lump. Leonard wondered, is this somebody's idea of a joke? I ain't going to redo the job just because I want to smoke. The carpet's almost flawless. I'll take care of that. He stepped and stomped and squashed the lump until the rug was flat. He reported to the homeowner, and on the kitchen table was a pack of cigarettes just like his, with Pall Mall on the label. The room's done, Mrs. Jones, and the rug looks grand. May I bum a cigarette? I also smoke that brand. They must be yours because we don't smoke, but please take it outside. Have you spotted our pet hamster? He really likes to hide. Leonard groaned, another lost pet. Oh, I hated that. Last month it was a canary, then a gerbil, and a cat. Why do owners let their animals sneak around with stealth? They should tell their pets, they should teach their pets that smokers are hazardous to their health. In LeBrua, you could tell Pinky that no cute little animals were harmed in the writing of that poem. And this one I did for you incomplete, but now it's complete. And since you were Levi's model, I have to do it for you. And thanks to Michael Sindler, it's got a title, The Pandemic. The 80s saw a deadly trend amongst fashion-minded teens who didn't know the danger of their shrink-to-fit jeans. It started with a billboard, Levi's, modeled by a hunk, who wore them in the bathtub till his jeans outlined his junk. Teens hoped his skin-tight look would enhance their reputation. They discovered that their shrinking pants cut off their circulation. They planned get-togethers with music, food, and kegs, but couldn't make the party with no blood going through their legs. One hottie bought the tightest pair of jeans that she could find and soaked them to the limit just to show off her behind. She was proud that she was fit and into dancing and athletics. till she had to have her 501 scraped off by paramedics. They rave about this new sexy style with every other breath. Parents feared this obsession would lead to their kid's death. One couple told their daughter about a boy they knew who died. The girl, like all teens everywhere, assumed their parents lied. They don't want me looking hot, so they made up this fiction. Her cause of death was listed as crushing pant constriction. Still want to wear them in the tub? Go ahead, you might get lucky. A quick shower would be safer. Leave the tub to rubber ducky. And if anybody cares, no teenagers were harmed in the writing of that poem.
Greg Michaels, Urban Cowboy Poets. Those both were new?
They both in March. I mean in February. Yeah, and a few others too.
Awesome. I was trying to find the photo of me modeling my Levi's, but I'll find it and pull it up later. Thank you for Yeah, oh put the paper back up. I'm sorry, put the paper back up.
Got it?
Yes, there it is. Thank you, Greg Michaels, for the new Fuego.
New stick.
The new shtick. I like that. I don't know how to spell shtick. Maybe-
SHTICK.
Thank you.
My daddy taught me that walk softly and carry a funny stick. Learned from my daddy.
Well, the apple didn't fall far from the tree.
He said, if you can't say nothing funny, don't say nothing at all.
There you go. Now I'll stay quiet.
no, for me. Gosh. You did. I'm grateful for all the serious, heartfelt stuff that other people do, so I don't have to.
Yeah, exactly. It's balance. It's great.
It's a balance.
Well, thank you so much for creating the balance and the yin yang. Now let's hear from Queen Ray Jane, aka Thunderlong.
What's up?
What's up, Ray Jane?
What's going on, bro? How you doing?
It's so good to see you and hear your voice.
Likewise. Super inspired by just being in the room. Y'all are going nuts tonight. So I hope to add myself to that trend. So I got two for you guys. One is an old one, super old, and one is super new, as in when we started new. So the old one I wrote in high school, I'm going through all my old books of poetry. I'm trying to put together this book finally. So I'm digging some things up. So this is to encourage you to write and keep writing. It's called Poet. Gifted with a passion for speech, they beseech your wisdom, numb to their own capacity for understanding, constantly demanding your life source. Your sword and stone, disregarding your need to be alone, they fiend for what drips from your lips, your mode for thought, your passion caught. In air they stare oddly at history in the making, a slow undertaking of a prophet. No way to stop it, your shine, unlike mine, is legendary. Weak ones crumble under the heaviness of even a mumble, given forth from your mouth, the chosen, blessed and doused in your glory, sharing your story in rhyme. No time for commas.
Hello.
Hey, what's up? That hinder your tender yearning for truth. On the edge of their seats, hearts beat in unison, envision your words, captivated ancient ways of thoughts, devastated by your depiction of reality, striking similarity to prophecy. They hang on your thought. Lessons being taught you share, ever willingly, never lacking authenticity. You are definition of truth, definition of depth, secrets never kept. Poet.
That was in high school?
That was in high school.
Damn, boo.
Right.
Shit.
Keep writing. Now I got something new. I wrote this when we started. It's called Free Palestine. Where is the outrage? Is it hiding beneath our egos? Have we become so dismantled that even destruction has to be dug out of our conditioning? Whose flag do we hail when murder prevails, when we are covered in each other's blood? Are we cannibals as much as it seems? Are we the animals devolved by what we ignore? The roads of Palestine are shrinking and yet wide with bodies. The history of colonialism on fast forward, while the rest of us, already taken, already conquered, look on as if our tongues also died today. Shout for the ravaged. Shout for the stolen. Shout for the plundered and the hungry and the starving scalps belching
¿Alguien habla
our
español?
ever fattening self-importance. Shout for the family collecting the remains of their love from the ground. Shout for the human beings whose existence remains provocative to the appetite of the monsters of greed. Is that not at the root? Is that not the justification for defiling all of our holy lands? Tell me now, if not this, which hell will you shout for? Thank you.
Wow. Wow. That the roads are shrinking, but they're widening in death or in bodies, or like the imagery. Ray Jane, thank you for saying that. I wore these colors today for Palestine. Wow, Ray Jane. And us watching the colonized, already watching, yo, you started that at the top of show. I just can't. My brain is just expanding.
Appreciate you. Keep in mind who's being destroyed while we're doing our usual everyday thing. If you want to follow me or hear any more of what I have to say, you can find me at itsrayjane.com. That's itsrayjane.com. And it's the same on Instagram. Keep creating, because we are changing the world with what we have to say.
Yes, indeed. Queen Ray J. Powerful. So beautiful. Thank you. Apparently the control New Yorican Poets Cafe is it has to be a little tightened. Whoever that was that came into the room, I removed them for making noise, but just letting you know the settings are not correct. That's we have Jason working for us tonight. Chris couldn't make it, so now let's see. I lost my place. Who is it that goes next? Sorry about this. We have Poetic Desire, Easter Poetic Desire. Oh, one more time. Oh, geez.
Since I saw the controls were messed up, I thought I'd jump ahead of it. Okay. Good night, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Based on how the night's been going, I switched up what I thought I was going to do. All right, so I got two for you. The first one's called Clear Your Mind. Clear your mind, forget what others say. Clear your mind, live life your own way. Clear your mind, don't care what others think. Clear your mind, your life is yours to ink. Clear your mind, permission need not be granted. Clear your mind, you set your own boundaries. Clear your mind, don't let in outside influences. Clear your mind, or life's not of your own choices. Clear your mind, be rid of tainted thoughts. Clear your mind, peace of mind is sought. Clear your mind, know what is your truth. Clear your mind, be less confused. Clear your mind, appear how you choose to be. Clear your mind, Begin to live life carefree. Clear your mind, no need to change your personality. Clear your mind, you are who you are born to be. Clear your mind, see how life flows with ease. Clear your mind, life is now yours to seize. Clear your mind, don't worry about what others say or think. Clear your mind, remember your life is yours to ink. And then one more, heart cry. Echoing reverberations of my pains, suffering, ailments, never ceasing to allow my heart cry to be heard, for all that echoes loud and clear through my silent tears is this pain I face. Pain I can't bear, pain that anguishes me to the depths of my soul, creating an imbalance between my heart and mind, clouding my thoughts, preying on my emotions without any sense of reason. All I can do when trapped, drowning in such misery is just release. Release all the emotion hidden behind my heart cry, where all that can be heard is my pained affliction. Scream, shout, moan, release it all out before I may soon fade out. Thank you.
Thank you, Easter Poetic Desire, letting everybody know how to use their voice. Open up that throat chakra, baby.
Gotta live your life yourself the way you envision the best you can.
Yes, absolutely. And using your voice does make a difference. Thank you so much. Let them know where to follow you. And then we're going to go to Nathan.
Yes, on Facebook, Instagram, Poetic Desire, Poetic with a K, and Six Word Memoirs, Poetic Pisces.
Thank you. Nathan Davila, up to bat.
Hey, back again. So
Yes. How are
you? I'm good. How are you doing?
Great.
Good.
Really great.
I'm going in for 3 tonight. 2 short ones, and it'll be under the 4. First one I made for my muse for Mother's Day. So here we go. As I sat at a beach and listened to the waves, they spoke whispers. Wind carried them aloft. Sunset began. It painted the skies, reds and indigos, a hint of rose and lavender. A mother and child walked by, laughing at life, a love aura unparalleled. She who once held him in her soul and in her arms now walks side by side. Her smile speaks to him. With each step, she imparts wisdom and the secrets to life. Protector and guide. In this life, a good mother is the jewel of her family, the guiding North Star. The second one is more of an impartation of wisdom to a young man. Young man, remember these words. Strength comes from within. Gentleness comes from your heart. A kind word can change a life. A smile can change a situation. Your word should be your bond. Integrity is more valuable than diamonds. Speak always from the heart. Our words carry life in them. Love life. Each moment has a reason. Smell the roses and talk to the trees. A gentleman is always a gentleman, regardless of his station in life. And never forget, take care of your mother, young man.
Yes.
So my third one is all in Spanish, and it is a catharsis of a poet that was hurt by his family. El suelo se siente frío, las piedras me cortan, la cara y el cuerpo, veo un río rojo, la sombra se acerca, escucho su grito, la mano que cae sobre mi hombro. No puedo moverme, solo siento el mundo, en mi oído me habla. Vengo a cobrar mi recompensa que tu familia me prometió. Ellos me llamaron, hicieron el pacto, hicieron la promesa. Tu vida por su riqueza no es nada para nosotros, me decían. Tus hermanos, tus tíos, tu propia sangre. Les pregunté, ¿están seguros? no tomaron medio segundo. Sus risas y sus almas se volvieron negras como la noche. Me voy por ellos. Tu corazón es puro. Cuídate.
Wow. I pictured you at the Amazon River speaking, and that was crazy. That was beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you for making the time. I love you guys.
Bravo. En inglés y en español with a positive message to honor thy mother. And y en español también. I really appreciate it. Very lovely. Very, very lovely.
Cheers.
Nathan, cheers. El romántico de la noche también. I remember your last poetry too. That was awesome. Okay. Ahora, Nathan, let's hear from Nisa. Nisa is our youngest poet and is our most outspoken youth poet laureate of the pandemic poets.
Hi.
Hi, Nisa.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good.
You're in a different location. I see the kitchen in the back. You're like me. My kitchen is in the background too.
In my living room. Dog's over there.
Cool. Do the adults in your house know what you do on Thursday nights?
Yeah.
Oh, supportive. I love it.
Right. So first stand up, it's about the Target Pride collection. So I don't know what you guys do in your free time, but I scroll the Target website. Their Pride collection is disgraceful. Some of them look like circus outfits, like complete rainbow. They took the straightest, whitest intern and they told them, Pride Month is coming up. We need to appeal to the gays. Make us some money. One of them is like a sports jersey and it says, hey ladies, in the lesbian flag colors. I would not be caught dead in that. Like, the capitalism is real. The pride stuff gets worse every year. I don't know how they think this is going to go over well with the LGBT community when we look like clowns. If you wouldn't be caught dead in it, neither would we. The standards aren't that low yet. And have you seen most of the LGBT movies? It's always the straight girl or guy who's in a hetero relationship. And then they meet that one person of the same gender that they end up cheating. And then they end up cheating on their hetero partner with that person. And that's why people think all pan and bi people are going to cheat on you. Anyway, moral of the story, internalized homophobia everywhere. Thank you. Just one more that I think I'll have time for. Let me find it.
Wow, capitalism is real. And I thought that was hilarious. The standards aren't that low yet.
Yet. Yeah.
That was so hilarious. Nisa, you're a G. Don't you ever stop reading at this age? Forget about it. You're already dropping gems. It's wild.
Thank you. All right. So this next one, very short. Canada, 2019. I was at one of those drive-through zoos. We had monkeys climbing on the car, lions sleeping on rocks, elephants right next to us. Everything was great until we got to the kangaroo exhibit. The first thing me and my 6-year-old brother saw was 2 kangaroos humping each other. Very aggressively, might I add. My parents were laughing. My brother thought they were dancing together. I was really concerned because they were getting really into it. Moral of the story, zoos are fun, horny kangaroos are not.
Nisa, thank you so much. I never thought about 2 kangaroos getting into it, actually, but thank you for that imagery. And, you know, I don't know what to say. The back tail is for balance. That's all I know. That's all I know. Thank you, Nisa. It's always great to hear you. And I'm so glad that your parents are so supportive and let you, join us in our kookiness every Thursday night. I love always saying, close your eyes, Nissan, because I would never tell you to not listen. Never. So now we're going to hear from Sarah.
Hello. Wait, hold on. I don't know why okay, there we go. I don't know why my camera wasn't working. Hello.
Hi, Sarah. Good to see you, Sarah.
Good to see you too.
Yes. How you feeling tonight? What you going to share? Tell me everything.
So honestly, what I'm gonna do tonight is not at all what I usually do, and it's actually very sad. But I feel like I need to because otherwise I am not going to be able to write or do anything else. So I'm just gonna do it. I wrote this poem today, actually. And I know I kind of mentioned last week, and you guys have probably seen that I haven't really been in the mics for a hot minute. And that is because my best friend's mom very unexpectedly and tragically passed away. And we still don't really know a lot of what happened, but I haven't been able to write anything since she died and everything kind of unfolded. And I finally wrote this poem today about her. And I'm probably going to lose it a little bit, but I feel like I just need to do it. So it's called Don't Blink. In an instant, I lost the woman who became my mother at a time when my mother found herself unable to be. Between midnight and 2 a.m., what I thought was a sad Saturday evening would become a heartbreak in the shape of some Sunday sunlight. Until that sunrise, I sat on my ocean blue living room couch, undoubtedly crouching behind the glow of my computer screen, typing away at the keys, releasing any concern for the curving of my spine while I painstakingly tried to write something that didn't suck. With luck and a timer, I made a list of 100 unfiltered words in 10 minutes and listened to my instincts as I circled the words that I linked together to inspire another release, a cry for peace and exit from the cell block I locked myself inside of for believing that I am an imposter impersonating an officer, a skillful author trapped in a poet's prison, living in fear of never being damn near good enough to be considered whatever a real writer is. Then I ate a late night dinner as my writer's block turned to shit, a surprise for the flies of the talent I refused to recognize, the flies who made my shit disappear, all while my second mother unknowingly suddenly died in the small amount of time it took to look through 100 phrases and write a poem that fills 3 pages that make 3 a.m. seem ages away. 56 seems ages away until it's not. There's a lot that's not accounted for in a writing black hole. For instance, an explanation for how the doors marking over 50 years on this planet can permanently close by 4 a.m. I didn't know I'd be mourning when I opened my eyes, 11 years rewinding in my mind when I dropped the New York Times on the sidewalk. 11:30 is far too early to drop to your knees, scream in shock and cry. My bonus mom was a perfect person. A picture that captured how kindness would smile, like a teenager mouth wide with anticipation, waiting for her friend's gleeful realization that she finally got her braces off, showing her shiny pearly whites how their niceness frames her face, filling every space with her beauty and her grace. The camera also captures the warmth of her embrace, her arms encasing a painting of pride proper health, a body of body and mind, spreading wealth with a wallet full of love and laughter and life, wrongfully stolen by the stealthiest of robbers, a threatening reaper scattering fright throughout the jet black night, knocking the comforting light of her stars from our sky way before we ever could have imagined her twinkling would fade. Nothing on God's damn green earth could bring her back or make this right, and I've apparently lost sight of how to write again as I bury another parent, the parent who considered me to be her additional daughter. I won the lottery with her. I blinked, and the most valuably priceless ticket that I have ever been given was missing. I blinked, and the gift of a human being that I was beyond privileged to know quickly slipped through my fingers. Her presence still lingers in the air, in the palm of my hand she literally just held. And I know she will never truly let go. I will certainly never let go. I won't even blink.
Sarah, our condolences, my condolences, sweetheart. I'm holding you. I'm holding space for you. I'm holding you.
Thanks.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
We love you and we love your poetry and your eloquence. And I'm so happy that you trust us to share these feelings and those powerful words that you hit the lottery with her. And, I understand.
Yeah, thanks. I'm really trying to get back into it, but as you guys know, it's been a couple of weeks, so it's been a little nerve-wracking, which is very weird because I've been, doing this for months now. But I'm glad to be back, and I'm happy that you guys have created such a safe space for me to share because it really means a lot.
Oh, we're family. You're always welcome here.
Thanks.
And anything you want to say in closing words before we get into the waiting list?
Well, on a better note, if you guys want to follow me for what I usually do, which is usually like a bunch of sappy love poetry and it's super gay. So if you're into that, my Instagram is Sarah_Aaron_the_poet. And I promise I'm only depressing sometimes. So follow me if you want to check that out. But thanks for listening.
You're still enlightening no matter what. No matter what. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you so much. And again, my heartfelt condolences to you and your best friend. Okay, so this waiting list, right? I think everybody that's on the waiting list is in the room. I would like to get all the way to Brad, Man, Geyer. So I would ask that everybody on the waiting list that you go try to keep it tight, keep it short for the night, maybe 3 minutes max, please. But I leave you to your devices, but just let's try to get to Brad, Man. But now we're gonna hear from Joski C.
Hola, Bruja.
Hola, Joski.
Sarah, my condolences. Oh my God, but that poem was so beautiful. Here's a haiku. Goliath lobs bombs at apartment buildings while David slings rockets. This is called According to the Acupuncturist. Pain like this should not exist, according to the acupuncturist. So he chose the sharpest instrument to treat his ailing organ. But he missed his heart, sliced his intestine into unequal parts, which spilled from his belly like an afterbirth. When they finally removed the breathing tube and asked, "Do you have pain?" Psychological was all he said. Delirium tremens clanging the side rails of his bed. won't let you in. Carbon preserved in alcohol. Carbon preserved in alcohol. Cannot find the doorway for the wall. Alcohol, slip and fall. Pick me up when I call. Bottles up, upside down, lying on the ground. Addiction, rescue me from these things I cannot help but see.
Wow, Joski C. Oh man, you know, you always, you just do it. You just do it.
Thank you, Bruja. You are so kind. And
No, man, look in the chat. Everybody feels it. Everybody feels it too. It's you, Joski. It's you.
thank you, my sister, and thank you, everyone. Much love.
Buenas noches. Powerful, powerful Joski C. Let's see what's good with Denise Washington.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, how are you, Denise?
Hey, I finally get to come on here. Very excited. It's my first time
First time what?
being on here.
Ever on here, or you do it off in other places?
I do it in other places. My first time here ever.
All right. Well, great, Denise. Let's do your thing.
Okay. This is called Behind Every. Behind every sentence is a paragraph. Behind every word is a book. Behind every Black person is a human story, full of the life you took. Behind every flag is a nation, and this one nation a start to dream, to be free, to flee tyranny, but for others the same notion are not. For this nation of three was for two not so free, stolen land, stolen people, it's true. And this nation became a non-nation that day whose ideas no longer red, white, and blue. George Floyd was his name, a Black man the same, a truck driver, a security guard too. A son, a father, a grandfather, a brother, a working family man, not one job, but two. A man that we see, that we hear, that we touch is a real life, a red-blooded human being. With dreams for his little girl, or girl dad was his world, watching her grow up, taking her to a game he won't be doing. Behind every perp is the human who works. Behind every criminal is a life that is critical. Behind every thug is a human we hug, all alive, all have people. Life has meaning. Whether they scream, whether they talk, whether they run, whether they walk, these are real men, real lives, and beings. Like when white families make mistakes, we want ours to live too. Perfect men God did not make, these are humans. You see, a human component is sometimes things don't go right. We argue, we fight, we freeze, we take flight. These are the exact same things others do as well, but others get to live when cops see white. Listen, not perfect, mistakes, wrong choices, wrong place are all part of the human experience. Without attempts, without decisions, without choices, without movement, let's face it, we would all be Jesus. And who would he come to save? Himself? Everyone would be angels. So if humans are human, it comes with non-perfection. It comes with mistakes, even defiance. It comes with disagreement, with questioning authority, with challenging authority, even non-compliance. One walk or talk, hop a fence, take a car out of park, but humans shouldn't have to die for it. Let's be real. No one wants to go to jail, get in a police car, or be with cops, so a reaction is natural. But you don't take a life for it. You don't take a life for it. It's human reactions. It literally comes with your job, but you don't kill for it. All the movies that have been made where the cops give a chase and the guy gets away, it's hilarious. But the exact same behavior in Black skin when they shoot to kill, it's just murderous. All talk back, but only die of Black. All talk shit, but the white ones live. It's the exact same behavior, but two different responses. America, wake up. You see it with your own eyes. For cops, this is not the same country. This is not red, white, and blue. Not us, the US, but me or you. If it's Black, it's bad. Kill them. If it's white, it's all good and just a little misunderstanding. And when a Black is stopped, it's turned into a Black hunting. Recognize this is backwards. We are going backwards. The country is going backwards. America is not growing or getting better, but going backwards. Behind the barrel of a gun is a daughter, cousin, or son, a mother, a father, a grandparent, an aunt, an uncle, a grandson. That's kinfolks, relatives, friends, and family, our youth. So how do we say it? We are human like you. It's why we said Black Lives Matter too. Because Black lives and white lives should be one concept, not two. Human life should matter equally to all the ones in green, tan, or blue. Behind the barrel of a gun is actually a human. So we appeal to the human in you because the one the gun is pointed at is a loved one, a human being too.
Thank you, Denise Washington. Absolutely true. Thank you for joining.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Wonderful. Okay, GK. Let me know how to say your last name properly. GK. Jayaram. Are you here? Okay, maybe we'll go to the next then. I'm asking to unmute. GK Jayaram. All right, we'll go to Dorothy Posada and see what's good. If you're ready, Dorothy, unmute and let us have your 2-minute poem, 3 the max.
Yes. Hi, everyone. Happy
Hi.
to be here yet again. Happy Thursday. Here I go.
All right.
The title is called What Am I?
Hello, I'm here.
Oh, let it do. You can go.
Hi. Sorry, I was too late. Can you hear me? US.
GK, can you tell me how to say your last name? I'm sorry.
Jayaram.
Jayaram. Okay, let us have your 2-minute poem, please.
Yes, I shall do so. Just 1 second. Please hold on for a second. A plea, a petition to the powerful, a plea in prose poem. Suffer little children to come unto me, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. With the utmost respect, Jesus, sir, lest my motives be suspect, may I say, the children have suffered, and not in the way you mean. If the commandments were buffers to keep the evil out, the keepers of the buffer huffed and puffed and blew your house down. No one to police the police, no one to demand thou shalt follow the command. If the children were to accept your invite and come to heaven, would you have the priests there, sir? I hope not. I hope they are in the other place. Could you kindly arrange that, Jesus, sir? You owe the children that at least. The children and the agnostics do not get to vote. So I ask again, please, sir, no priests, no bishops, no cardinals, maybe no popes. And Buddha, sir, With utmost deference, I'm sorry I have no reference, though much reverence. But I prefer to confer rather than merely defer. You said, Buddham Sharanam Gacchami, Sangam Sharanam Gacchami, Dhammam Sharanam Gacchami. They were the words that repeats itself. Sarana in Pali, Sharana in Sanskrit, surrender. You wanted us to surrender. You all do, gods and God's favorites. And we, the puny people, we surrendered, sundering all ties to other sundry allegiances. But then did you, Buddha, sir, hear of Myanmar? Buddhist monks, did you hear about what they did to those poor Rohingya, the orphans of humanity? Would they be admitted to the Buddhist heaven? Anyway, Geneva Convention explicitly forbids torture of prisoners, let alone innocent civilians, but you may not have known about it. And you, Krishna, sir, you're a riot, a poster child of poetry. You ad-libbed a poem with 700 verses and 18 chapters while actually standing in a battlefield. You lucky poet, you are an avid listener, the great warrior Arjuna. I don't get that. I cannot get my 2 children to listen to one poem without feeling guilty and exploitative. But for my writers group, I would have been muted forever. By the 7th day, God finished his work he had been doing. And so on the 7th day, he rested from all his work. Sir, begging your pardon, is this your sabbatical age? I understand. So this is the long 7th day, and you're playing golf in Florida. I do not mean to be caustic, but as an agnostic, it's my shtick. And ladies and gentlemen of the heavens, we the billions prayed to you, incessantly begging for good things. As soon as we became Homo erectus, we became Homo worshippers, maybe Homo idiotus, but we trusted you with our lives. And what did we get in return? Was Trump not enough, sir? Did you have to send down COVID too? What else do you have up your sleeve for us? Plague and pestilence not enough, I'm sure. You have shown no accountability at all. If I had such a performance in my old company, the board would have fired me with no back pay. The rant is interrupted owing to the unfortunate occurrence by a lightning which smites the blasphemer down.
Thank you, G Key. No one's policing the police. I loved your poem. That was powerful. Thank you so much. You went a little bit over the time, so we're going to keep it going, but that does not mean that it was not fantastic. Thank you for sharing. All right. Dorothy Posada, let's go.
Thank you. Real quick. Title is called What Am I? I exist so you can feed that insatiable appetite called greed. The more you fed, the more I spread with your intent and delicate strategies. You gave me life, a place to live. You helped me breed the oppressed, indeed you did. They don't get out the hard they try. The path they take has no escape unbeknownst to them. For their misery is theirs to blame. You made sure of that. What you claim with policy is a fallacy. You call democracy, work hard and all is yours to have. Is there truth to that? Bolted doors to opportunity pertains to them. For them, the oppressed, there is no access. With your intent and delicate strategy, you wrote the policies that will not abolish me. You knew that though, with every single pen stroke. To feed your greed, you need me to exist. Society say you are the affluent privileged ones. What you are instead is weak, fake, and malicious. Power, money, glorified. That's why you have me here undead, to ravage those keeping you ahead. What am I?
Woo-hoo-hoo! Dorothy Posada, thank you. Snap, snap, snaps all around. Okay, Arden, are you Arden Eckhart Lindner? I'm going to ask to unmute, and if that's you, then...
Yeah, I go by Eckhart.
Oh, cool. As in Tole?
Yep.
Hey, you big jerk, what you trying to do? I never ever did a thing to you. You hunt me down every day like the beast in the wild, and I'm the prey. It's scum like you that makes this cruel so cruel. It's such a pain to have to go there every day, knowing you're there, waiting for me, waiting to play this game. I have to watch my back. I can't relax. You could be around the corner waiting to attack. The halls are haunted by a boogeyman brat. He can get me at any time. Nobody does a thing to stop this. Maybe no one can or no one cares. They send the message. He can do just what he may please. And so it goes. The stupid people rank supreme. And there's few things I hate more than a cocksure SOB. What's your problem, you big ugly brat? Leave me alone, I don't need your crap. Don't wanna run, but I can't fight, so I can run and be a taster and lose a fight. It's just not fair how you get away with all of your cruelty scot-free. You take your rage out on me while I'm stuck with mine bottled up inside, alone gritting my teeth and kicking stones. What a gift to reach out and lead a ways. That pale, homely, ghost-like face that haunts my head, that haunts my days. I tear you apart inside my mind in vain. They send the message. He can do just what he may please. And so it goes. The stupid people reign supreme. And there's few things I hate more than a cocksure SOB.
All right. So much. Arden, Eckhart, thank you. We're gonna give it over to the final performer, but thank you. That was rocking. Thank you so much.
That's my time up.
Yeah. Thank you, though. That was awesome. I appreciate
Really close to done.
Thank you, man. We're gonna go into the next our final performer. Let everybody know how to follow you, Arden Eckhart, and then we're gonna hear from Bradman to close out. I love the streak in your hair. That was
all right. What's up, y'all? I just moved. This is a piece about moving. All right.
Wait. It muted. It muted. Unmute. You there, Bradman? The signal. Is it me? Are you guys? There you are. I see you. Asking to unmute. One more times. You there, Brad? I know you just moved. Maybe, you don't have internet yet. There you go.
I'm moving, leaving my home, packing everything up into neat little rows, pulling thumbtack out of deep little holes and cheap little walls. I can see through these walls. Empty house, my voice now bounces, bounds, and leaps through these halls. My friend still sleeps in these halls. John broken, done, tore, and folding sheets in these halls to get some rest. Revolving door, night guests, lazy Susan, couch snoozing, putting up feet in these walls. And these white walls, night falls, and light bright and tall, shining warm when cold seeps through these walls. 15 lanes of streets past these walls. The Grand Central Expressway never sleeps past these walls. Jake breaks, shriek, and shake you out your seat past these walls. Rush hours, a sour 4-hour beep past these walls. 12 months deep watching sunshine and sleet catch these walls. Watching the Empire State Building just killing it, filling the city. Yelling downtown that it's still in the city. Changing colors I see bouncing off my windowsill in the city. Skyline in my bedroom, glass top build in this city. Started and they never stopped building this city. I see it all from my seat in my shitty apartment that's packed into boxes that fit in my car with folded up garments. Old cards from old partings that sit in old cartons. I dig up from backs of drawers, pulling heartstrings. These aren't things you want to be facing, but moving out means cleaning out the closet and basement. And underneath the bed where pieces have fallen to waste like crumbs of bread, vacuuming up hairs from various heads. Eyeing them, trying to decide if they're brown, blonde, or red. What night did it break off and fall from the bed, and how long's it been dead? Wiping off, packing up my desk, and is that your dead skin from your breast and dust in my breath? Skin dead, but from sweeping it up, I'm now dressed in old flakes of your body that shed from when we were resting, back when we were still wrestling and putting our best in. Said goodbye to your body, goodbye to your face, but now I face every trace of you, tracing your legs to your waist, and this waste of a home base that keeps you in place. This dust is laced with your crust. Does that mean you're still in this space? And it's just one more goodbye I have to brace for. One more goodbye I have to race towards. Face forwards. All these goodbyes I've lost my taste for. Flipping over pencils for this erase war. Erase more. Face forward. Keep the pace forward. 13th move in 30 months. I'm paced for 26 in 6 years. What does it take for a 30-year-old man to break for a minute and take for a minute, a second to think and blink and wait for a minute and build a place for him with a gate for him and a dining room plate for him and an estate for him? Didn't he wait for it? I mean, couldn't it wait for him? I mean, I don't mean poor him. I mean, a move is a choose. I'm just choosing again. It doesn't mean I'm losing again, but leaving a house is like losing a friend. But even a friend can still write. An old friend at least calls, but I'm the only one texting, hitting send in these walls. I hated this house until 10 seconds ago. So why do I sit and pretend in these walls that I'm sad and morose, kissing and defending these walls, lamenting the forgotten wealth in these walls? Because tomorrow I don't care if they're melting these walls. But when clearing off every shelf in these walls, it just feels like leaving a piece of myself in these walls. Thank you. Good night.
Wow, Brad, man, thank you. In these walls. Wow. Yo, I knew Brad, man, was gonna bring it home. That's what I wanted to hear. Thank you for that poem. And thank you all for being with us. And that is how we say good night from these walls to yours. Thank you. Mwah! See you next week, everybody. All that new shit is fire. Much love.